Good evening, Craig Smart with ABC News. Hurricane Gustav is bearing down on New Orleans amid fears that it might strengthen. And while it's now been downgraded to a Category 3 storm, it's so strong that mandatory evacuations have been ordered for the city. North America correspondent Kim Lang. Coming up on ABC News, a warning on children's porta-cots and the wallabies made to suffer in South Africa. A crash which claimed the lives of 3 teenagers and left 2 others seriously injured has sparked further debate over how to keep young drivers safe. Experts dispute claims that vehicle restrictions proposed by the government will help. Today, the classmates of the 3 Corpus Christi students continue to grieve, while another boy and a girl who were also in the car remain in hospital. In Thailand, an emergency session of Parliament is underway to try to solve the country's crisis. Thousands of anti-government demonstrators remain in the grounds of Government House in Bangkok on what is the 6th day of their protest. And now here's Trevor Jenkins with sport.
Thanks a lot, Craig, and good evening. The West Coast Eagles have avoided their first wooden spoon after Richmond spanked Melbourne at the MCG this afternoon. That's all in sport. Here's Craig with the weather. Good night.
Thanks, Trevor. Cloudy today in the city, but mostly fine for the city to surf, as we saw. A bit different from last year's storms. And a much milder morning too, a comfortable 9 degrees just after midnight. And it climbed to 18.5, and that was at 20 to 2. Quite a bit cooler in Norseman and a few other spots where the state's lowest minimum was recorded. That was -1. Wyndham was the warmest place again at the other end of the spectrum with 38 degrees. To the satellite now, and a weak cold front is moving along the south coast, bringing some showers to adjacent areas. As a higher pressure system develops south of the state, showers should become isolated, contract east and ultimately clear. Looking interstate, some rain periods expected in Brisbane, late showers in Adelaide, Melbourne and Hobart, but fine in Canberra, Sydney and Darwin. And back to Western Australia and in the eastern Pilbara, the northern half of the interior and the southeast Kimberley, isolated showers and thunderstorms developing during the afternoon. For the southwest, the south coast and parts of the lower west and Great Southern, isolated showers clearing later, and for the Eucla, isolated coastal showers extending to the east later in the day. In Perth tomorrow, a shower or 2 expected, but they'll clear later in the day. Light northeasterly winds shifting light to moderate northwesterly southwesterly in the afternoon, a top of 20 degrees after an overnight low of 8. Looking ahead, it should be fine Tuesday and Wednesday, but then the showers set in until the start of next week. And now recapping our top stories, New Orleans residents told to evacuate amid fears Hurricane Gustav could strengthen as it approaches the coast. Alan Carpenter has officially launched Labor's election campaign, focusing on public transport and incentives to save energy. And records tumble in the city to surf with almost 37,000 people taking part. And that's ABC News for now. I'll be back in an hour with an update. Until then, good night.